Okay, Pattaya City, there it is, about 2 hours away from Bangkok, and I hired a bike from a place called Pattaya Cycle Hire in Jomtien. The bike I picked up was the Wheeler Route. You can have a quick look at some of the specs on it. It's not a amazingly high-spec'd bike, but it'll do for what I need it for out here. So I picked up my bike. Okay, so that's the bike, that's the Route Wheeler. Like I say, 500 baht for your deposit and 200 baht a day, and that's what I got. I've never heard of these before until I picked this up from Pattaya Cycle Hire. As it says, Shimano Claris, rear derailleur, Shimano Claris front mech. I'm not sure what the gear ratio is on this. I think it's an 1138 on the back, if I'm not mistaken, and sorry about the bad lighting, I'm not sure what's on the front. Looks like a small inner chainring, that though. So yeah, you can spin a bit. Bottle holders, the brakes, I'm not sure what the brakes are, probably Shimano. Seat's nice and comfy. I made some adjustments obviously when I picked it up. The handlebars, I asked him to tilt them forward slightly when I was in the shop. They were rocked back quite a bit, so yeah, they did that for me. Shimano front wheel, I'm not sure what's on the back. I don't think it's a Shimano. Aluminium frame, aluminium forks, and that's it really. Pretty basic, but it's a decent bike. It's alright for riding around here. Flat, just normal pedals. I'd highly recommend them if you were going to cycle around these parts. I was going to bring my shoes and SPDs with me, and I've then put on, but in hindsight I'm glad I didn't. It's a lot safer and a lot better just riding with normal pedals. I mean, if you're out in the middle of nowhere you'll get away with SPDs, but I'd certainly just leave normal flat pedals on around where I've been riding. And you also get, with the bike, you get a helmet. It's not a brilliant fit, but I suppose, you know, there's not a great selection to choose from. But anyway, you get a helmet, you get an inner tube, you get a pump, you get a lock. There's the lock. You get a lock, and I had to buy that bottle. No bottle came with it, so I bought a bottle for 150 baht. So there we go. That's the bike. So I had a quick spin out today on it, and I went to Jomtien and back, downloaded this from Relive CC, just put it in. So it was just a quick bit of a ride I had today, nothing too far, only 20 kilometres, that was enough in this heat. So let's have a look at the roads then. So here we go, we're just bumbling along out on the road, pretty busy, pretty congested. You have to have your wits about you when you're riding around here, looking over your back all the time. Traffic just comes from nowhere, things pull out on you. You really do have to be careful. The cars and buses and whatever weave all over the road here. It can be pretty dangerous. Now once you're out of the city and you get out the main city area itself, the roads are very good actually, very smooth, quiet. This is, I went up to a place they call Big Buddha. This is the road that heads up there. There's some nice climbs out there actually. There's some pretty decent climbs, nothing massively challenging, but you can get your heart rate up, get a bit of a sweat on. So yeah, like I say, roads smooth, pretty clean, not full of potholes, and there's some great little climbs for you. It's the heat and the humidity that are the killer here. That's what'll do you. You've got to make sure you stay hydrated, well hydrated, Okay, just over from the coast, Pattaya, is the island of Koh Larn. So I put my bike on the ferry and I went over to Koh Larn. Now, this is great for riding. Roads aren't busy, not much traffic, and some good climbs. Now, it'll cost you 60 baht on the ferry to get over here. 60 baht there, 60 baht back. They didn't charge me any extra for the bike. It takes about 20 minutes, 25 minutes on the boat. You leave from the pier on Walking Street and you head for the port of Naban. There's the elevation of some of the climbs. Now, if you are going to take your bike over there, there's loads of cafes, loads of shops, a few bars, some restaurants, so you're never short of somewhere to stop and get something to eat and drink. I took a bottle over with me, bottle I bought for 150 baht, filled it up with some fluid and bought some drinks over there. So there's loads of places to stop. If you have a look at the map of the island, there's loads of little resorts, so you can cycle between the resorts and stop and keep getting something to eat and drink if you want to. I spent an hour on the hour and a half, first ferry over, first ferry back. Just did a bit of mooching around really, but you could go for a couple of days. I have stopped on this island before for a couple of days. There's not a great deal on it, but if you just wanted to go for a ride, spend a few days over there with a bike, it's well worth it if that's what you're into. What happens on the island is the mountains are like in the middle of the island. You could look at the thingy of it on the internet, but the mountains are in the middle, and then it kind of like drops to the resorts. So you pedal over a mountain and then drop into a resort. Now, I don't know if you can make out the roads, but they're like a block paving. Well, they are a block paving thing. Very smooth though, very smooth block paving. If I wanted my garden block paving, I'd try and get these guys in to do it. The road surface is brilliant, so if you are going to take your bike over here, you'll have no problems with the road surface, even a road bike. Washing your kit is no major trauma here. It's that hot. I'll just get back, shower with the kit on, take it off, wring it out, throw it over the whatever that thing's called on the balcony, and within a couple of hours it's dry. Not even that. This has only been out here, well, hour, 2 hours or something. That's it, nearly dry, easy.